internet and gas. And the two others option is shared apartment. So you have like a big apartment and you share it with your friends. Usually this is like more cheaper than like one room apartment because you divide the how to say the rent into like 2 or 3 or 4 people. And you also will
Next
how to
sectionnya
say
mau ngapain aja? Sprint selanjutnya.
divide the internet, the gas, and
Sprint
the
selanjutnya mau target
electricity
apa?
by the amount of member you
Hah?
how they share it with.
Iya.
And the
Iya,
third
Pak.
option is like apartment. If you don't like
Apa?
living with other people, you can always choose
Oh iya,
this. So I
filter.
chose this
So advance
apartment.
filtering.
So of course it is more expensive than the other place,
Terus
and all of these three actually depends and where is the place,
satu tab.
what is the
Oh yang
type of the
PPT sprint.
apartment, and also what is the distance from the station.
PDR satu.
Yeah.
Masih bisa.
Here again, I think I have another question that probably benefits all of the participants. This might be a bit very straightforward question, but is the salary for the junior engineer auditioning monitor honestly
Tadi bilang apa?
enough
Oh iya,
to
advance
survive
filtering.
in Japan, considering this high price of their rent living cost?
Yang edit ini
Yes, definitely you can save.
Susah aja.
Actually,
bisa
there's like a lot
bahasa
of variable living in Japan. Like of course you can always
dia
save
itu katanya
money
ada
because
interview
like I think in
sistem
Money
desain
Forward
juga.
the salary is like higher than average
Nggak pernah
in Japan
sistem
company.
desain.
So of course you can save. It depends on how you spend your money, and you can always save money. Like for example, because we how to say in Money Forward, you only need to go to the office like once in a week, so you don't have to have apartment near office. So you can go like maybe like outside expensive place. So like outside Tokyo, actually like outside Tokyo from outside Tokyo to Tokyo is not that far. For example, if you live like in other prefecture in Tokyo like Kanagawa, it is more cheaper, and you can go to the office only like less than an hour, so you can save money by that.
Aduh.
There's like a lot of thing to do when you want to save money. So yeah, I can guarantee you can save money and have fun in Japan, but of course it also depends on how you spend your money.
I see. Thank you. Can I also ask additional question compared to the time when you were receiving a salary in Indonesia before coming to Japan, and today receiving salary in Japan while living your Japanese life here, which do you think is easier to save money, in your opinion?
Okay. Actually, the same answer. It depends on how you spend your money. Maybe like because like in Tokyo, the salary is actually higher than in Jakarta, but of course the living cost is more expensive. But maybe in Indonesia, you can save your money by, for example, still living with your family, and you can get like free food there. You can live food, you don't have to pay rent. But when you go to like other countries, you need to live yourself. You need to pay your rent. You need to make your own food or buy your own food. So it really depends on how you spend your money.
Coba jalanin deh.
I see. Okay, so might be too simplified, but
Langsung
maybe
editing di
are
sini ya.
more
Keren banget.
probably in Japan. So maybe if you are more careful about your expenditure, then there's a chance that you can save.
Kalian udah geser-geser.
Yeah, maybe like
Oh iya.
yeah. Like for example, like in Japan, actually you can really save
Backlognya
money. But in the difference between Japan and Indonesia, in Japan there's like a lot of things to do. So if you guys like very curious about like going to Hokkaido, going to Osaka, to Kyoto, like every time, every week, yeah, of course you you will spend your money. Yeah. It depends.
Okay, thank you. Might be a bit personal, but thank you very much for answering.
Yeah. Nice question. Yeah, nice question. Okay, next is topic is food. So there are three types again of how you can get your food. The first one is like combini food. So combini is a convenience store. To put it simply, it is like in Indonesia, like in Indomaret, Alfamart. The different things is like better, way better. They have like a lot of bento box or like a food, and it's like really great food. The quality is very good and it's very clean, so no worries about the quality. This is like the most the cheapest option. Or other thing that you may consider is like fast food. So if you know like maybe like Sukiya, Matsuya, Yoshinoya, Yoshinoya maybe in Indonesia is popular. This thing is considered as a fast food in Japan. So this is like maybe like the cheapest option when you go out to eat. So it's around 500 and 900. And if you go to normal restaurant, usually in the lunch time, the price would be around 900 yen, 1,000 yen. And the third option is actually eating at home. This will save you money, and you can how to say you can eat basically what you want. For example, if you want to like stay healthy, you can put this rice, put this meat, and also like vegetables. I personally like to cook, so I always cook, and yeah, this is like the rough estimation about the groceries. But of course, if you don't like to cook, there's always like option like eating out. And yeah, this is like pictures. Actually, there's like also Indonesian food here.
Oh, yeah, Nata, about the Indonesian food, like is it easier to find like real authentic Indonesian restaurant or Indonesian grocery stores in Japan?
Yes. Yeah, actually in Tokyo, there is a lot of Indonesian food. So yeah, this is like the pictures of like Indonesian food in Japan, the right part. Yeah. I think quite a lot of Indonesian restaurant in Tokyo. I think I counted around 5 to 7, I think, and they are really great. They have really great food, and they have like a lot of selection of food. So yeah, if you miss Indonesian food, you can always go to Indonesian restaurant in Japan.
Nggak ganti sama sekali.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Ini udah doker aja.
And yeah, this is I think
biar sama kita saya coba itu udah jelas tuh alokasi segala macamnya.
Ini malah curiganya ya time-nya ini sih, time-nya itu kemarin itu time.now.
Things that you
Itu
need
tuh
to pay,
pengaruh kok.
like cellular data, internet, gas, and electricity. So like here, like gas and electricity, it really depends on the season because we have winter and summer. So when it's winter, you need to use heater. So the electricity might be high that month. And in summer, you will need AC 24/7. So yeah, it really depends on the season. And like once in a while, you always can go to Daiso to buy like simple thing like towel, plate, bowl. You can find anything in Daiso. And for clothes, actually Uniqlo here is the same price as Indonesia. So Uniqlo is considered cheap clothes here. So yeah, but the quality is really great. And yeah, if you like to go to cinema, it's around this price. Lunch or dinner out and karaoke, yeah, around this price. Yeah, I think that's it. I think the next one is like only pictures. So yeah, there's like a lot of things to do in Manipur. This is when we went to Osaka and Kyoto. And this is like last February. We go skiing. We go to Hokkaido. Really fun. Yep, I think that's all from me.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for their fun presentation. Super. Okay. Then I'm gonna take over from here again. Now, we are moving on to the kind of the last part of our presentation. Let me explain our job opportunity and the selection processes. We are currently recruiting junior software engineers. There are many different opportunities with different services, as you saw in the second part of our presentation. And therefore, many opportunities for engineers. And annual base salary for engineers, junior software engineers starts from about 5 million Japanese yen, which is roughly converted to the number shown in the slide in Indonesian rupiah. This is just for your reference. It's not a very, very specific number.
Itu tuh ini ngecek keyword masih ini. Kecuali bisa kok aplikasi placement segala macam. Coba sekarang dimatiin deh, silent, DP-nya silent mode.
Mau dimatikan.
Jangan pelan-pelan, waktunya lama.
The career path for you, the junior software engineer, after joining Money4, is supposed to be pretty ambitious and challenging. While we have internal grade from 1 to 7 for our CEO, therefore about 1 to 2, that's for junior software engineer position. But it could be possible for you to be the senior software engineer level,
Namanya tadi apa?
which is grade 4 in our grade system. And well, people go very first in Money4, and after grade 5, the career path of our engineers splits into two ways. One is engineering manager, another is a individual contributor who has a more specific technical role in the company than the managerial role. And this shows the job application process and the selection process. If this is your first time to apply for our position, after your job application, you will submit your CV, and then you will take our coding test. When you submit your coding test, then we will start a screening process. And if you pass the CV screening process, then there will be 2 interviews. The first interview will be a technical interview, which includes a live coding part. And the second interview will be more sort of a general interview to know more about yourself, your personality, and your background as well. And if you finally pass the second interview, then we will send you a job offer letter. Yeah, for those who are interested in our job opportunity, even today, this is your next step. You can access to our job opportunity page, entry page, either from this QR code.
Ada konflik.
Or the entry page of today's event as well. I will share the link as well after the event. And this is about your second time application opportunity.
Second time opportunity.
If you are not successful in the first attempt, or in case if you are not successful in the future selection process, for the junior software engineer position, there is a second chance for you. There are two conditions that you should note today before applying as your second time opportunity. First one, you can start applying this second application opportunity 6 months after the date when you applied for the first time application. So there might not be many people who will currently considering to apply for the second application today. And the second condition is that you should submit 2 items to apply to complete this application for the second chance. One is your best portfolio with a functional application. We want to know your best portfolio that showcases your skills. Therefore, typical college assignment or any portfolio that you have already submitted in the first attempt might not be sufficient. Yes. Sorry, and the second item is a document that explains the function of your application in your portfolio. And this is the selection process of your second application. The only difference between the first application and the second application process is that you will submit your portfolio or best portfolio instead of taking a coding test before the screening process. And of course, the questions in the interviews after your screening process will be different than the first application selection process. In case for those who are not successful in the first application, currently planning to apply for the second application, you can access from here, or we will share the link for the second application as well later this event.
Tapi kan kalau Maneh apply sekarang, Maneh kan punya 2 kesempatan.
Well, this is
Tahun depan tetap 2 kesempatan.
After
Maneh
receiving
25 nanti.
the job offer, after
Maneh
you
apply
pass the
2025.
selection process, the company starts providing many
2002.
supports regarding your onboarding and relocation. And this is the summary of the support that you can expect. So right after the job offer, you can start taking the free Japanese courses provided by Money Forward. And about 4 months before your joining date, you will start applying for your working visa application process with a reliable guidance and support by Money Forward and our agencies. And also about 3 months before your joining date, you can attend our department and introductions, where you can get a deeper understanding of our teams and departments, what kind of products they are working on, what kind of team culture they have, what kind of tech stack they are using. Like, these kind of information will be shared before you come to and you start working in Japan. And you can submit your preference for your future department.
Oh yeah?
And
Yakin?
your preferred tech stacks as well.
Kenapa?
And
Axios error.
about 2 weeks before the joining
Ganti
date,
server ya?
you will get a
Oh,
detailed
yang ini yang dimaksudkan berarti.
orientation for your travel
Nah, kata Maya
and
udah di
future
soft.
onboarding plan.
Kata Maya udah di soft.
Kayaknya
And
belum nge-solve.
Kata udah bisa.
about
Apa aja.
a week to 10
Aing
days
sih yakin
before you
bisa.
Tapi
start working,
Oh, harus
will
2 kali ya?
finally
Coba.
come to
Berapa kali?
Japan,
1 kali.
and we will
Iya.
arrange your
Coba
flight
pencet sekali.
tickets, airport pickup by a taxi, and fully furnished
Ya,
apartment
terus
for
ini Kak.
30 days after your arrival in Japan.
Iya, gitu.
And we will also support you to have a
Bisa.
Japanese bank account and SIM card and any other administrative procedures that you or any other
Bisa
person
submit 2 itu.
who enters the country must go through. So, that is the overall support
Kan kemarin
of the
kemarin
company
dibantu Kak
so
Bro.
that you can
Tapi
start working
harusnya
without
bisa. Emang mau divalidasi kalau
so
nggak
much
bisa?
concerns about your life.
Ngapain waktu submit aja rusak.
Ini
And now this
jadinya
is almost the
suksesornya
end
itu 2
of the
gitu.
presentation.
Dalam artian
But there is
let's
one
say
more
Aing
thing
sebagai
that I want
IT
to
head,
share with you
Aing milih
today.
Vincent
We
Vincent
have
jadi
opened a
suksesor
new
di
career
up to
page.
1 year
If
gitu.
you want to
Atau
review what we
Vincent
talked
ada lagi di
today,
up to 1 year
what we
atau di
discussed today,
2
and
to
what we
3
showed
year.
today, you
Mereka
can
different
just
bisa.
access to our
Dia
career
harus
page
divalidasi di back.
as well
Itu
to
udah
review
divalidasi belum?
today's content. Quite many of the information will be
Satu
accessible,
orang
I believe.
berarti 2 successor di orang yang sama.
Thank you.
Readiness level juga bisa sama.
Yeah,
Readiness level juga.
such as our job opportunities, relocation support,
Apa?
and also other international members' interviews will be shared on this
Tadi
career page.
bisa enggak gitu, kayak enggak ada kayak gitu.
And that concludes today's presentation part. Thank you very much for listening. And now we are
Oh bisa.
moving on to
Coba
the
submit.
Q&A. I think
Bisa kok. Nggak harus 2 kali.
we are
Nggak
having
harus 2 kali kan?
Tapi
quite
tadi tiba-tiba hilang gitu.
many
Kayak
questions.
Oh, coba ini, coba readiness levelnya diisi dulu. Coba cancel dulu.
Nata, thank you for starting to answer the questions.
Readiness
Not
levelnya
sure if
dulu.
we can
Readiness level.
complete all the questions, but let's
Oke.
start answering a question that probably benefits
Ya
everyone.
kan submit.
Oh bisa.
Okay.
Oh ya. Ya, ini.
I
Jadinya
think all of the
readiness
questions
levelnya
are
dulu baru NIK itu
we need to
gagal.
answer it.
Harus
Yeah.
jadinya harus NIK dulu baru readiness. Ya.
Jadi
Oh, ini.
Okay.
Jadinya yang salah tuh
About
yang harus 2 kali itu
on-call,
gara-gara
about on-call,
ngisi readiness dulu
someone
baru
is
NIK.
asking if there is like
Jadinya
on-call.
readiness-nya itu
So
diisi habis
in
NIK.
my experience, I've been in 2 teams. There is no on-call, but
Iya.
how to say,
ini.
I
Oh,
couldn't
coba.
say there is no on-call because maybe in the other team they may use on-call.
Oh, on call. Ada on call.
It depends on the team, right? But
It depends on the team, yeah.
but not
Coba
every
Sophia
team
Scott
has this on-call function as your team is.
di yang kemarin
Yes,
update yang mana?
yes.
Oh, udah.
Right. Then the next question, I think this might be
Taxation chart
interesting
model. Oh,
for
bukan yang
everyone.
yang itu punya iPhone.
So
Enggak, aku buat file baru.
Albis is asking
Enggak.
if there are
Ketika
any
NIK-nya
drawback,
berubah,
like maybe challenges
boleh pinjam dulu
for
Oke,
you
thank you.
as a foreigner to work in Japan.
Mhm.
Like we
Possible-nya tuh ini
we
ketika
kind of try to
get
talk
successor by keyword. Ini kan dapat data succession
good thing and
optionnya ini.
negative things, but I think maybe another
Succession.
insight for the
Option.
negative part you have.
Okay. Maybe the thing that maybe how to say cons living in Japan. First thing, this is how to say like another country. So how to say and it's quite far actually from Indonesia to Japan. So flight time is around 7
Itu autosave-nya ada
hours.
aslinya.
And also the flight tickets is how to say it's like normal. It's not that expensive, but it's not that cheap.
It's not that
For example,
cheap.
you can miss your hometown easily if you get homesick, and it's hard to go back because yeah, you need to, how to say, you couldn't just go. Okay, next week I'll go home. So you need to prepare buying the ticket in advance, and how to say, you need to, yeah. I think that's one of the things. Maybe the cons. The other one is food. How to say, like food, but maybe like the first time you will miss Indonesian food, but after a while, like myself, because I also cook myself, it doesn't really matter. I couldn't say I don't say it's like a cons, but like a thing that you have to adapt, because in Indonesia I like spicy food. In Japan, I mean, there's like a lot of like spicy food here, but like normal food usually is not spicy. So when I go back to Indonesia, actually, I'm, how to say it, I'm being weaker. I can eat like spicy food again in Indonesia.
Udah ini refresh itu.
What else? I think the main point is like because you are far from your family, so how to say, you get homesick. I have cats, like I miss him. How to say, like, yeah, I think not really that much cons. Other than that, you will get adapted easily, I think, because I think Japan culture is well known, like popular. So you may know some of the things like happen in Japan, so you will not get culture shock. I think that's like my answer.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, then probably there is no
dia udah ada terus ketimpa gitu kan. Kenapa?
Setback for foreigners, but probably several factors are combined together at a difficult timing. Maybe that could have some impact, right? Like, for example, if you are feeling homesick, you do not speak Japanese and people do not speak English, sometimes maybe. But I guess that kind of things somehow can be overcome.
Di rollback aja perubahan aku baru aja.
By the support and the co-workers, teamwork. Okay, thank you.
Iya,
Alright, good question. Well,
tadi sebelumnya.
Sebelumnya sempat
exceeding, I think, the time of the event. I guess this could be the last question to answer, but don't worry, we will prepare for the answer to each question and share it later after the event. So, what should be the last question?
Ada ini nggak, Kak? Maksudnya kira-kira di mana?
This one is Manifold currently only hiring for software engineer positions. If there are any openings for infra-related positions, other types of job opportunities, could benefit many people. So the answer is yes. The position that you mentioned in the chat, cloud SRE, DevOps, or data engineer, if you have a strong preference for these positions, you can apply, and you can also tell your preference during the selection process. So yes, it is possible. Okay. I think I would also want to extend the session, but I guess this is time for us to close the event. Nata, do you have something to say to the last moment?
Yeah, thank you guys for coming. Actually, I really want to answer all of the questions, but no worries, guys. We will try to collect all the questions and try to, how to say, answer it. And yeah, we can send it by email, right? So, yeah, no worries. Your question will be answered. And yeah, how to say, like, I really hope you apply Money Forward. And how to say, so like Indonesian member is like how to say increasing.
Jam 4 jangan nyentuh kode kita pilih aja.
So don't worry here, a lot of Indonesian member will help you. Of course, like not how to say, like not only Indonesian people, all people here like very supporting, and you can ask help or anything. So yeah, we welcome you here in Money Forward. Yeah, thank you for joining this session.
Great, thank you. If you have any other additional questions, you can also send us after the Zoom meeting. There will be a short, brief questionnaire. We really appreciate if you could take a minute to answer, and you can also let us know the additional questions as well. Yeah, and if you have any other questions, you can also reach out to me on LinkedIn as well.
Yeah, you can also reach me on LinkedIn and just message me on LinkedIn. We are gladly will answer your question. Yeah,
Nggak apa-apa lah ya.
answer your question.
Okay, it feels like a very short moment, but thank you so much for your participation, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Terima kasih.